Peace for Ukraine or Urain.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
저희 방송은 다양한 언어를 제공합니다. 다음을 참고하세요. suprememastertv.com/schedule.
To me, keeping animals from harm is the number one thing in my life, and I just feel like since it's possible for me to do that in a way where I just steadfastly refuse to sell out, hey, that's exactly how I'm going to do it.
Continue watching to find out more.
It started with my yoga practice, and the practice of non-harming, ahimsa. So I became a vegan because of compassion for the animals. Russell Simmons, vegan.
One struggle, one fight! Human freedom, animal rights! One struggle, one fight! Human freedom, animal rights!
Today's episode will be presented in Portuguese with subtitles in Arabic, Aulasese, also known as Vietnamese, Chinese, English, French, German, Hindi, Indonesian, Korean, Mongolian, Persian, Portuguese, Russian, Thai, and Ukrainian or Uranian. Ao cumprimentar os locais em Cabo Verde, África, você pode dizer: "Então, bem disposta?" Isso significa "Olá, de bom humor?" em português, a língua oficial deste país insular. O meu nome é Amilcar. Os cidadãos tranquilos de Cabo Verde estão encantados pelo seu comportamento calmo e pacífico, trazido pelo seu estilo de vida vegano, e comemoram os seus nobres esforços para salvar a vida de todos os cidadãos animais.
Smart kid? Ah, you are surely a vegan.
Bem-vindos ao nosso programa. Erik Marcos, vegano, um pioneiro do veganismo, parte 1 de 2. Erik Marcos, vegano, é um ativista do povo animal, autor prolífico e editor de vegan.com. Ele escreveu muitos livros sobre veganismo e direitos dos cidadãos animais, incluindo Vegano, a nova ética de comer, o Guia Vegano Definitivo, Mercado de Carnes, Animais, Ética e Dinheiro, Uma História Vegana, 1944 a 2010, e a redação Autocuidado para Ativistas, um guia para limpar a si mesmo do trauma durante o trabalho por um mundo melhor. Hoje, Erik passa a maior parte do seu tempo a criar conteúdo para o seu site vegan.com, que é visitado por milhares de pessoas que buscam diariamente aprender mais sobre a dieta vegana. Vamos ouvir o Sr. Marcos sobre como ele começou a sua jornada vegana na década de 1980 como um estudante universitário em Nova York, Estados Unidos.
My name is Erik Marcus. I publish vegan.com, and I have been vegan since around 1987 or 1988. I got inspired to move in this direction. During my freshman year of college, I saw some video taken from slaughterhouses, and that profoundly shook me.
Esta filmagem horrível o levou a se tornar vegetariano e então vegano logo depois.
I decided that the same aspects that made a vegetarian diet appealing argued even more strongly for a vegan diet. I felt morally obligated to move to a vegan diet because I was so adamantly opposed to needless animal suffering.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. Tokelau, New Zealand is one of them. Tokelau, New Zealand. Animal Regulations 1991. A fine shall be imposed for offences such as the intentional inflicting of pain, suffering or distress to any animal person, neglecting to properly care for an animal individual, or keeping any animal person tied up or closely confined for an unreasonable period. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting, no more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan, make peace, so be it.
O primeiro livro do Sr. Marcos, Vegano, a Nova Ética de Comer, estreou em 1998. Nele, ele partilhou pesquisas sobre por que a conversão para a dieta vegana é essencial para uma ótima saúde, o meio ambiente e para salvar as vidas dos nossos concidadãos animais. O livro retrata a experiência de especialistas em saúde veganos de renome mundial, incluindo o cientista de nutrição Dr. T. Colin Campbell, especialista em perda de peso Dr. Terry Shintani e muitos outros. Na época, a internet como a conhecemos hoje estava na sua infância. Para divulgar o seu novo livro, o Sr. Marcos decidiu publicar vegan.com. Mal sabia ele o que isso se tornaria mais de 2 décadas depois.
This was back when, the mainstream was just starting to get adoption of the internet. It was almost all through dial-up, except for people who were going to universities or who had a job that was connected to the internet. Broadband was all but non-existent at that time. But it was the writing was on the wall, and it was really clear that the web was going to be a big thing, and that there should be a web presence for my book.
Quando o Sr. Marcos tentou comprar o nome de domínio vegan.com, ele descobriu que este já foi adquirido. No entanto, depois que o proprietário leu uma cópia da pré-publicação do Vegano, a Nova Ética de Comer, ele entendeu a importância do trabalho de Erik e vendeu-lhe por um valor nominal.
He liked what he saw sufficiently that he sold me the website for practically nothing. And today, I suppose fewer than 30 copies of my 1998 book sell every year, but a couple thousand people are on the website every day.
Hoje, vegan.com fornece uma riqueza de recursos veganos, tanto para pessoas interessadas em mudar para uma dieta vegana, quanto para aquelas que já vivem no estilo de vida vegano que salva o planeta. As perguntas mais importantes que cercam o veganismo são completamente respondidas, como: o que significa vegano? Por que se tornar vegano? Como se tornar vegano? As dietas veganas são saudáveis? Quais alimentos são veganos? Que alternativas existem para a carne de pessoa animal, laticínios, ovos e peixes? E muitas outras. Tópicos no vegan.com incluem informações veganas gerais, alimentação, saúde, beleza, vestuário e uma loja online. Muitos dos seus livros de receitas veganas favoritos, suplementos, alimentos e muito mais podem ser adquiridos diretamente pelo site.
We all want to be great and heroic, so be vegan, make peace, do good deeds.
Espectadores atenciosos, tomaremos um momento para compartilhar a nossa favorita receita vegana com um amigo ou publicá-la nas nossas redes sociais. Retornaremos em breve. Por favor, fiquem atentos à Supreme Master Television.
Russia, go home.
Bem-vindos de volta ao nosso programa Erik Marcos Vegano, um pioneiro do veganismo, parte 1 de 2 na Supreme Master Television. Quando perguntado o que torna vegan.com diferente, o Sr. Marcos partilhou uma resposta pensativa.
I guess my secret is I spend nearly all my time on it, and that goes a long way. I think the other thing that perhaps separates vegan.com from other vegan sites is that I've actually written research-intensive books on the topic. I'm not a nutrition expert and would never claim to be, but I feel that I am a subject matter expert on everything having to do with veganism, particularly animal protection. I've spent months and months and months at agriculture and veterinary libraries looking up source material and trying to make sense of the best possible reasons to move in a vegan direction. I'm committed to doing everything I can to make vegan.com the definitive website for vegan-related reference.
Erik tem escrito sobre o tema do veganismo por quase 3 décadas. Quando ele se compromete a escrever sobre um tema que será publicado no vegan.com, ele dá tudo de si para dar ao leitor a melhor informação construída de uma forma que seja fácil de compreender e digerir.
My whole intention is if I'm going to write an article on some facet of veganism, I really want it to be definitive, and I want it to I want it to flow beautifully. A lot of the articles I write, I go into a level of depth and put in a degree of attention and care into the writing that it would not be profitable for other websites to do that sort of thing. Like I'm just right now finishing up an article all about the various objections to eating eggs, from animal suffering to public health to environmental concerns. And by the time this thing's done, it's going to have taken me 3 weeks of my time, and it's a couple of thousand words. And I just don't see other writers and websites out there putting that level of kind of obsessive attention into sweating the details, getting the facts straight, and making the writing flow. I'll typically put an article through 6 or 7 or 8 pretty serious revisions, and I really care about how things flow and just the overall quality of the writing.
O Sr. Marcos quase exclusivamente escreve todo o conteúdo em vegan.com, mas trará especialistas na área do assunto para escrever alguns artigos ou revisar o seu trabalho antes de publicá-lo.
Anytime I write a piece on vegan nutrition, I've typically had Ginny Messina, who's a master of public health and an RD, and she's written for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. So she's one of the foremost people in the world in terms of vegan nutrition, and she has written our site's vegan nutrition article and has gone over nearly all of our nutrition content. The 2 other exceptions, I've had help on the vegan pregnancy piece with a top expert on that topic. And I've had Hillary Reddig, who is a serious local activist, wrote our local activism piece. I certainly consider myself a full-time animal rights activist, and I've written a very lengthy piece on animal rights activism, but I am certainly not a locally oriented activist. And I think that is arguably the most important and accessible type of vegan advocacy out there. So I wanted that particular piece to be written by somebody who's had years of experience in bringing veganism to her city.
Para transmitir a mensagem vegana essencial na sua forma mais pura no vegan.com, o Sr. Marcos evitou monetizar o site ou o seu conteúdo associado.
Unfortunately, to the extent that you monetize, you're creating distractions at best. And I think this is a really, really important message to be getting out there. To me, keeping animals from harm is the number one thing in my life. And I just feel like, since it's possible for me to do that in a way where I just steadfastly refuse to sell out, hey, that's exactly how I'm going to do it.
Sr. Marcos permaneceu fiel à sua exigência estrita pela qualidade de vegan.com e seu valor como um serviço em vez de um investimento comercial por mais de 25 anos. Ele é uma verdadeira inspiração para todos nós.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws.
Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more herding. No more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan. Make peace. So be it.
Para aprender mais sobre Erik Marcos, vegano e vegan.com, por favor visite erikmarcos.com, vegan.com, vegan.com, no Facebook, o canal do YouTube vegan.com ou @vegan no Twitter.
Vegan. All tax money saved to build the nation.
Espectadores calorosos, foi um prazer ter a sua companhia no programa de hoje. Por favor, junte-se a nós novamente na próxima terça-feira, 8 de agosto, para a parte 2 do nosso programa Erik Marcos, Vegano, um pioneiro para o veganismo. A seguir é Assembleia do Amor, parte 3 de 11, em Entre Mestra e Discípulos, logo após notícias de destaque. Que todos os habitantes da Terra logo percebam que um futuro pacífico, seguro, só é possível através do estilo de vida vegano compassivo, na glória celestial. Warm-hearted viewers, it has been a pleasure to have your company for today's show. Please join us again next Tuesday, August 8th, for part 2 of our program, Erik Marcos, Vegan, a Trailblazer for Veganism. Coming up next is Assembly of Love, Part 3 of 11, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May all of Earth's inhabitants soon realize that a peaceful, secure future is only possible through the compassionate vegan lifestyle in celestial glory.
Russia, leave Ukraine or you reign now. Peace be with you too.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not rich.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VE